Good evening, FFA family. I hope y'all are all doing well this Sunday evening, this Super Bowl Sunday evening. Hope everybody's excited for the big game and getting ready for it. I'm going to try to watch it myself. Hope to see the Patriots pull it off. Yeah, I know that sounds weird coming from me because I was against them for so many years, but I like old Drake May, so I'd like to see him get a Super Bowl win tonight. That would be great. But anyhow, as of right now, I am in the shop. And I'm going to be working on Pops' truck just a little bit. Let me flip y'all around here. I've got the distributor out of it. So, y'all, this thing has been giving me a fit for the last week. I have replaced the Durspark box, the coil. We've put a new plug on the distributor. We've done everything and we cannot get no fire. So I finally got to checking, got to digging into it and checking, and finally figured out it was to pick up the distributor. So I have already took the old one out, and I have the new one here in a box. And we are going to install it and then put the distributor back in and see if we can't get Pops' truck up and running today, because y'all, I know that it is driving him crazy not having a way to go, because it would drive me insane not having a way to go too. So I need to get Pops back on the road so he can get mobile and he can go and do what he needs to do and handle his business and don't have to depend on me to get him there. And yes, I'm trying to set my tripod up. That's why y'all keep getting these nice, pretty views at the top of my head. But I'm going to angle y'all down where y'all can see what I'm working on. Now, you're not going to be able to see my pretty little face as of now, but I'm going to keep y'all down here where you can see what I got going on. Alright, so we pulled the distributor apart. I've got all the parts laying here. This is the new pickup. So, it sets into the distributor. It just goes down on here. There's a, let's see, is there a angle mark? Well, I don't reckon there is. I thought there was a guide, but I don't see one. So I'm assuming it just slips down in like this and locks in. Well, and you know what happens when you assume. Okay, I think it goes, yeah, it goes like that, and then this comes under here, like this. Yeah, and then it bolts like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is get that set in place, and we're going to shove him home. Get it in the right area here, and it should just scoop down over it, I would think. Well, maybe it don't. Maybe it just sits there. No, that thing was down on it. Let me pull it back out just a second and take a gander. Okay, I see what the problem is. All right, time out 1 second. Let me pull up a diagram and make sure that I do this right. Because for heaven's sake, I don't have to do it again and again and again. So I'll be right back. For y'all, don't get impatient. For y'all, it'll just be a second. But I'll be right back. Okay, we got it figured out. So let me pull it out and show you. So it sets in there like that. This little leg right here goes in between this casting thing. And then I got to put the screws in right here and get it bolted down. So I'm going to stick it back in the vise here. Not too tight, so I don't want to bust that aluminum. And now I got to remember, was it? Yeah, it was these screws. So I've got two different screws here. I got to remember where they all go. So think it was these that held this in place. In fact, that wouldn't be correct. Because the other ones held the module on the side that plugs into this part from the outside. Oh, this one's wanting to be a little bugger. Oh, don't drop it. Let's loosen this other side back up just a little bit so it can slip around. See if we can get it in there now. What it is, the mounting hose is slightly off just a little bit. There it went. It fell in there then. So the mounting hose on this side, the far side from the camera, was just a hair off, and I was having trouble getting the screw started, but I got it. Got it all worked out. All right. That is in there. That is tight. Now we got the distributor shaft. And it goes right down in here like this. And what happens here, if y'all can see, let me pull it back out. Y'all see these little metal pieces here, they pass through this groove right here with this metal pickup, and this sends the signal to the distributor or to the DuraSpark box to kick the ground on to trigger the coil to send fire back to the distributor cap and fire the spark plugs on each cylinder. So that's a breakdown on how that works. Now, before we get any further down the line, let's go ahead and put the module back on the side. This is the module. And I'm not mistaken, yep, it goes like this. And this thing just plugs in. Kind of tricky to get it in here. With it off the truck, it's a lot easier. I will tell you that because I can look under it and see it. With it on the truck and behind the engine where Ford decided to put this distributor for whatever reason, yeah, it's a little challenging to say the least. But hey, got it done. I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I've been a Ford guy all my life. I love my Fords. And in all honesty, y'all, you know, I talk junk with a lot of my buddies, Ford versus Chevy and all this, that, and third. I'm not really all that biased. I've had a lot of great service out of Fords. Just being truthful with y'all, Fords haven't left me down or left me side the road. The few GMs I've had problems out of. Now, some of it was of my own doings, my own fault, abuse when I was a teenager. I was rough on vehicles when I was a teenager, no doubt. But the Fords held up through it. But having said that, I'm not against Chevrolet. I can tell you right now, when I buy a vehicle, if it's not a Ford, it's a Chevy. Now, Dodge, on the other hand, y'all can keep them. I had one my whole life, and it broke me. And I've never had another and probably never will unless it's given to me or at a one that I buy at a great deal just to flip. As far as one being my daily driver, unless it's got a Cummins in it, nah, it's not for me, bud. The one that I had just nickeled and dimed me, and it was a relatively new one at the time. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And I, you know, being a mechanic all my life, working around various shops and stuff, I seen what was in the shop and what was being worked on all the time, and primarily, I seen a lot more trouble from Dodge Mopar than I did Ford and Chevy. Now, I know, y'all can let me have it in comments. I'm a big boy, I can take it, but I know some of y'all out there is Dodge and Mopar fans. Comment, let me have it. Tell me why they the best. If you've got a Dodge and you just love that thing, tell me why. Tell me what's your favorite thing about it, why you love it so much, and why that's the only thing you'll have. Now, this is important right here, y'all. On the bottom, when this shaft comes back through here, there's a very little shim. Make absolutely sure you get the shim back on there. And you got to get it in the right place as well. It's got step downs that it has to set in. And now we got to get this distributor gear back on the shaft. And it was a booger to get off, so I can only assume But it's probably gonna be a booger to get back on, but I have a plan, and that is try not to tear it up mainly, but there we go. Let that sit right there. I'll be right back. Let me grab a tool. Go with the big boy. Let's go with the little boy. Little hammer. Usually with that sound, that means it's all the way there, and it is a little further than it should be, but it's actually just about right in the right place. So let's back him up just a little bit. Right about there. Now, we do have a dowel pin that goes in here, but I've got to get the shaft, got to get the hole centered before I'm going to shove the dowel pin in. So I'm going to take this punch that's got a taper, and I'm going to set it in there and just barely tap it. And I'm going to let it slightly twist that shaft and line that gear up. And then I'm just going to rock it back and forth and try to get it as close to lined up as I can. And try to get it back out. You may have to put it in your vise and tap it just a little bit back out. There we go. Now, my hole is just about lined up. Let's see if this will go in there yet. Wipe it clean. Trying to keep everything spick and span as I can. We're going to have to go just a wee bit more with it. Punch out. Let's see if we can get it. It's got to rotate clockwise just ever so much. And I'm doing this easy, y'all. I'm not wham bamming it. There, I think we got it. Okay. Maybe just a touch more. Yeah. Yep, that got it. Now we can put our dowel pin back in. And not do that. Yeah, we might actually need a metal hammer for this. That was yeah. Oversight of mine. Let's get this out of the way. Let's set this in the vise. Well, let's don't do that. Let's hold it right here. I'm not going to hit it hard. This thing's got a slight taper on it, so you shouldn't have to beat on it and beat on it. You should just tap it and it go in. Just like that. And if it gets to where you can't just tap it and it go in, you need to stop and you need to back up because something isn't right. Just about. And there we go, we are home. Now as you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I got it in there flush. A little further out on that side, but that'll be okay, it's just fine. So now we've got the distributor all the way back together. So now we got to put it back in the truck. So pause the video, and I'm gonna get y'all set up over here at the truck. All right, so I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see anything other than me, but I have marked the distributor, and I've got it marked down here. Let me get my light. I've got it marked on the valve cover where it needs to line up. When it falls back in, I got to figure out where I put my light. Oh boy. There it is, right in front of me. Gotta love getting old, y'all. Can't see no more. Alright. So let's see if we can get this on the first try or two and get her in here where she belongs. So this has got to line up with that. I got to remember. Okay, we're gonna be a tooth off there, so we got to pick it up, go back a tooth. Come on. Go back a tooth. Come all the way out. Back up a tooth. Let's try that one. That went down good in the other one. Come on, baby. I think that's right. I think we got it right there. It's lined up with everything just like it should be. Okay, yep, that's gonna be right. So now we got to get the bolt and get the bolt put back in with the hold down for the distributor. I'm just gonna go snug with this because I'm gonna have to put my timing light on it and all that good stuff. Get it back in time. All right, and you can't see nothing. So I'm trying to feel with my fingers and looking at y'all, but trying to do this with my fingers. And it's not easy. Okay, there's that. Not easy at all when you can't see what you're working on. Now I'm gonna tell you boys something. Baby, is that her? Like I said a while ago, I've had them all. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Nissan, Toyota. I've also worked on them all. And just gonna be honest with you. If you're gonna have a Ford and work on a Ford, if you're gonna build a Ford, a hot rod Ford, you're gonna have to be a real mechanic. Because I'm gonna tell you, Fords is the hardest to work on. They are the hardest and the most expensive. Well, I ain't gonna say the most expensive because Toyota, Nissan, and all that can get expensive. But for whatever reason, Ford likes to make everything difficult. And I don't know if it's just because their engineers are not everyday engineer people, or if they just try to make everybody bring everything back to them. And this boat is giving me a fit, y'all. Come on, baby. That's it right there. Start. Are you started? Yeah, Yahtzee. All right, got the boat started. As you can tell, we got a little leaky oil down situation back there, but y'all, this is a 1983 Ford Ranger, and to the best of what I can tell, this is the factory motor. It's never been rebuilt or nothing like that. I mean, as old as it is, it's gonna leak some. It's just a little V6, just a little baby truck. It's what Daddy's got to get by right now. One day, hopefully, there will be a V8 in this truck. And we'll get to see the build of it on this page. Some of y'all who are my friends on Facebook probably seen a post I made the other night saying that I plan to try to do sick week next year, and I do. I'm gonna try to find a car or a truck or something. I prefer a truck because I got more room in the bed to haul my stuff I need around. This one's a candidate if we can get Pop something else to drive. I would love to have a little Ranger or F100, either one, but I want an old Ranger. I don't want one of the new round bodies. I want an old square body, short bed, regular cab Ranger. I would love to tub it out. Not big tires, but small tire, but mini tubs, and build a nice 351 to put in it and go. Carbureted, not fuel injection. Probably nitrous motor, no turbos or anything like that. Something simple, something street, something that can be dependable, that can make the whole trip. I'm not trying to go out there and run 9s and 10s. If I can go out there and run in the low 12s, high 11s, then I'm happy. I want it to be consistent and dependable, and that's the name of the game for these drag and drive events. You got your people out there that's running the 6s and stuff, but they also got big pockets. I don't have big pockets. I've got just what you see. But we're going to try to make that happen. If we do, then the channel will be going on that journey with us. Now, I don't know who will be tagging along with me, if anybody. It may be something I have to do right by myself, which I'm not scared to do. I do a lot by myself. But, we find somebody to partner up with or tag along with, we'll do that. But, that's not necessary is what I'm trying to say. We can do it by ourselves if we have to. We're not gonna let not having a partner or somebody to tag along with us stop us, is what I'm getting at, if you follow me. It is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm gonna try to make it happen before I get too old to where I can't do it. Or, help things. I'm getting older now, help things happen. You never know, life happens. I'm praying that God will bless me where I can be able to do it, and maybe one day this channel will be big enough where it can kind of help kick in on some of these hobbies. But maybe if God sees fit, and if y'all will subscribe and like and share, it'll help. Now, got the distributor in, like I said a while ago. I'm just gonna snug the bolt up because I don't want it locked down yet. Just want it where it won't jump around. A little bit of tension on it where I can get the timing set and it won't move. Pops is in the house. He don't even know I'm out here working on it. So if he hears it cranks up, I'm sure it'll make him happy, but I don't know if it'll be making him as happy as it does me. Because I want him, I love him, y'all. But I do not like sharing my truck. I don't even let my wife drive my truck. And with him without one, I have to let him borrow it from time to time to go to places that I just don't have time to go or can't do. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't like doing that. I don't like nobody driving my vehicles. I've always been like that. I'm funny like that when it comes to my vehicles. Some people will understand, some people will think I'm mean, I guess. Hey, whatever. My truck, I can do what I want to with it, right? Alright, we got the distributor in. Now we're going to get the distributor cap rotor button locked down. Let's see. Q is an 8mm, so we're going to get these. This rotor button screws to the top of the distributor, and the distributor cap bolts to it. They just forward. Clips just weren't good enough for them. They had to put bolts on it, and then they had to make the bolts for the distributor cap 2 miles long. So yeah, gotta love it. Get on there, baby. This is gonna want to act right. Let me grab a screwdriver. I'll be right back. It also doesn't help that it's like 35 degrees in here, and my hands is froze, and I can't feel them. So it's not helping me on these little bolts and stuff. But hey, could be worse, I guess. I could not have a shop and be having to do it outside. So I'm very thankful for my shop. God bless me with a very nice shop. Love my shop. One day I hope to have a lift in here. to add some more little toys to it. I'd like to have me a lift, a tire changer, balancer, things of that. Just stuff I use from time to time that I can, use for myself. I don't run a business out of it. It's just for personal use. I'll help friends out from time to time, things like that, but I don't run no business. All right, we got that done. We got the distributor in, got it snug, got the rotor button on. Now let's put the distributor cap on, plug the distributor up, see if she'll fire. I ain't gonna cross my fingers because I don't believe in superstition, but we're gonna pray and ask the good Lord to shine down on us with this and let this be the end of this chapter. Please, Lord, let it work this time. Oh, Lord, I'm tired of working on it. I just want it out of my shop. I got other projects, y'all. I got other things that need to be in here, so that's why I'm trying to get this done tonight. And an hour or so before the Super Bowl starts, I'm out here just thrashing, trying to get it done. Let's see. Now what did I do with that 8mm? What did you do with it, Tony? Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me, y'all. We might need to see. Is that the 8? Yeah, that's the 8. No, it's not. Or it is, and that ain't the right one. Is that my 8? Yeah, that's my 8. So what is you then? She's a 7. Thought she was an 8, but she's a 7. There we go. And when I tell you these bolts is long, y'all, for whatever reason, they got 2.5-inch bolt screwing down a distributor cap, one on each side, up under the firewall. When I get done, I'll bring the camera down here and let y'all see what I'm having to deal with. But it is not cool. And I don't even think I've got it started yet. Maybe it is. I can't tell. Where's my little, oh, for crying in the mud. Where is my little 1/4-inch ratchet? There it is, right where I left it. Who would have thought, right? Oh, we can't get to that. Let's go back to the short one. This one probably isn't long enough. Oh, perfect. Not really, but good enough for the girls we date. Well, I don't date no more. I'm married, so yeah. There's that. You know what I mean. So, write in the comments, y'all. How many of y'all actually know what sick week is? If you do, comment sick week. If you don't, comment, Tony, what in the world is sick week? And then go to YouTube and proceed to look up, just type in YouTube, sick week 2026, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you like cars and hot rods and things of that nature, you watch 20 minutes of it. Like me, you'll be hooked and want to do it too, because it seems like a hoot. This hat I'm wearing, shout out to the old man, Bill Hoskinson. That's whose hat this is. He's got a YouTube channel too, Old Man's Garage. Check him out as well. But he did Sick Week. I watch him a lot on it. Him and his sons. One of his sons has got the Street Racing channel, and the other one's got Gen 2 Garage. So yeah, check them all out. Give them some support. I don't know them personally. I just watch them a lot. Got a lot of respect for them. Bill talks a lot about the good Lord and Jesus and stuff. Seems to be a good Christian man. So I have a lot of respect for him, especially in the drag racing world. We all know that around that drag track, it's not exactly full of men of God. So for somebody to be in that element, standing on biblical truths, is applaudable in my book, my opinion. All right, I'm gonna plug this distributor in. If I can get it right. Come on. They put everything right in the way. It's like they knew that you was gonna be trying to do this. Well, and two, Tony, you big dummy, it might help if you turn the plug in the right place, huh? Yeah, that happened. Just that easy when you turn it around right. Right about there is where I think the distributor belongs. Now, get my coil wire and get it run back up under here. And I'm not even going to test it for fire. I'm just going to see if it'll start. We'll know if it fires when we hit the key. All right, let me show y'all just a little bit of what I was just dealing with. Let me get my little light here and lighten things up. So you see the distributor there. You see that plug in. The bolt is below, way below that down there. So that's where my hand was at, what I was fighting with. But let me put some tools. Let's set these tools off that, like so. Let's set this toolbox on the table here for now. Last thing I want to do is send that into the floor and have to play 52 tool pickup. Test box, make sure nothing's in the way. My jumper wire out the way. Now, let's say a quick prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, please let this thing fire. Lord, I give you praise for it. Let's see what happens, y'all. A couple quick pumps of fuel. Come on, baby. Fire, baby, fire. Rats, still nothing. Or so it seems. What else could it be, y'all? What else could possibly be wrong? I don't know nothing else that could stop it from firing. Okay. Now I could use pops out here, but let's see if we can do it ourselves. Y'all watch that right there and tell me if you see any spark come from it. Nothing. Nothing at all. So now, y'all, I have, ta-da, a new pickup in the distributor, a new module on the side of the distributor. We have a new coil. We have the second new DuraSpark box, or whatever you want to call it, voltage regulator, whatever. What else could be stopping fire? I don't understand. I've got power to all of it. Y'all, I'm about ready to put a brick of tannerite in it and send it to the moon now. I'm getting tired of dealing with it. A little frustrated right now. So, probably going to cut this video for tonight. Go in and lick my wounds. And we'll get back at it tomorrow. And hopefully the next time you see it, it'll be running and driving. Yeah. And not on a trailer on the way to the crusher. I wouldn't crush the body. I would rip all this V6 crap out of it and put a real motor in it. A 351. Yeah. And I would go with an MSD ignition. Get this Ford mess out of here. So I don't know, y'all. I'm really at a loss right now. I really thought that was going to fix my problem, but it absolutely didn't. It absolutely did not. So, till I figure it out, Y'all stay warm. Stay safe. I love you. God loves you. We'll see you on the next one.